People might title this particular segment, well, Meghan's getting her hair off. Yes, well, when isn't she, let's be honest. Nothing seems to suit that particular individual, some people might say, including our wonderful His Majesty the King, King Charles. We all know how much he tried to make sure that Meghan felt part of the family, and even he failed. And he's one of the most easygoing people, some people might say, inside the monarchy. But let me explain the true sort of story behind this particular, rather revealing sort of, well, let me just explain it to you. Hi, good morning. Terrific to have your company today. Thank you so much as ever for your time. Nice to see you. We're in Hyde Park. It's looking gorgeous, isn't it? Still clinging on, as I say, to some of the last vistas of summer. Apparently it's going to get warmer, so it's always a blessing. If you're coming over to London still for a late summer break, do say hello if you see me out and about in the streets. I met so many wonderful people recently. And it's lovely to find out where you're from and, what you do for your job and stuff like that. Because, when you're on holiday, do you have this thing? And let me know in the comments below. I remember seeing people, whether they're working at the seaside and stuff, and you think that must be nice working with donkeys all day, but you forget the other side of it, don't you? Cleaning out the sort of places where they're living and all the shoveling, you know what I'm saying, and all the straw humping and all that sort of stuff. It's very difficult, isn't it? We all look at jobs and think that looks a hard job, or that looks an easy job. Why can't I have that instead of what I'm doing? But that's the beauty of having a holiday. As I say, if I see you out and about, do say hello. Now, back to your royal story of the day. It's interesting for me, this, because I've always wondered, and actually, I can't say this was my sort of thought. Somebody very nicely put on the comments below, why does Meghan Markle never show off her true heritage hair? And I thought, actually, that is an interesting thing, because I was lucky enough to work with the beautiful Donna Summer many years ago now, and she was an open sort of advocate of wearing wigs, but many times she just used her own hair, but she said this is a lot simpler, because if you're on stage and, the sort of curls fall out and all that sort of stuff, and I understood it. But with Meghan claiming, of course, to be 43% Nigerian, you would have thought at some point, she might have thought, yeah, maybe I now do need to sort of show my natural heritage, particularly when she went over to Nigeria. You would have thought she may have put a nod to that. Well, no, seems not. And on a recent video for CBS, the Sunday morning debacle thing, there were definitely sort of, shall we say, reflections of Catherine, the Princess of Wales, cascading locks, did you not think? Yes, those things don't even go past me, and I don't notice too much about fashion, let me tell you. What I find fascinating to note, though, is that according to a very well-placed source, as ever, allegedly, Meghan is now looking into this particular market. I kid you not. Time to get her hair off, yes. You see, Meghan's hair has been the subject of speculation over here, particularly in the media, for a lot of years now. There was a thing when she first came and she had her hair up and they called it a messy bun. I would have just left it at the words messy. And of course, when she accompanied Her Majesty the Queen to Chester, do you remember the hairstyle there? I mean, what was going on? She had access to all sorts of people, but clearly couldn't be bothered. Now, according to that source, Meghan's looking at the opportunities, because there's a big opportunity in that market to make money, and this could be part of her brand, you understand? What's interesting here, according to that source, is Meghan believes that she could take on that very lucrative wig world. And of course, when you think about it, it is big business, not just for everyday wear, but also for movies, films, TV shows, that sort of stuff. Many stars wear wigs behind the scenes that you have no idea of, and sometimes to my detriment, I found out by accident, you know what I'm saying, as ever, a bit of a mistake. But the thing is, with Meghan, you can understand that she's looking for these brand new ventures, and many people have suggested before, is she always wearing her natural hair straightened? I really have no idea, I couldn't tell you. Although I've seen her up close on different occasions, one might suggest, of course, there's some enhancements. And we saw the cascading hair on the front cover of Time magazine, and you kind of think, where did all that hair come from? But then again, we thought that about Prince Harry too, didn't we? On the other side of the coin, Meghan could be, of course, going into this hair-raising new venture, and perhaps it'll go nowhere, like so many. But apparently, according to that source, she truly believes that this is the tip of the iceberg to make some serious lucrative money. Neil Sean, Hyde Park, London.